Why, hello everyone. Welcome to Redneck Ways. How's everybody out there in YouTube land? Well, I hope you guys had fine and dandy. Not doing too awful bad, guys, here in old Kentucky. It is Sunday evening, and it's about 15 till 10. And I was just sitting here, just frustrated. I've been trying to figure out, well, I've already figured out a lot. But anyway, the old boat is driving me absolutely nuts, guys. I don't know what's going on. I think something paranormal is going on with it. And y'all may be laughing right now that I said that. But I'm going to tell you all what has happened ever since I think the last video I made on it about a month ago. So, let's get into it. I thought I would just walk out here to it. Here she is. She's a 1976 Tidecraft. She's a little faded. I haven't tried to buff it out. I haven't done any detail as far as trying to get it buffed out, getting shiny. I still need to paint the trailer. I painted a little bit of the flat black here and there, but I'm just trying getting the running part done, guys. That's all I've been trying to get done with it. And for some of the ones of you all watching a lot of my videos, you've seen some of them, so you know what I'm talking about. Well, I finally got the first thing when I started. I bought this back in the spring of 2025. So I brought it home, and it sat for a little while. I was busy. I had a lot of side jobs to do to even get into it, but I finally got into it. And the first thing I had to do is the wiring. The wiring was shot. I don't know if somebody stored it for a long time with the battery hooked up, but all the wires going to the motor were corroded, and they just looked like they just was disintegrated. You would touch them and they would fall apart. So I rewired the whole entire wiring harness over here. I put all new wire. It goes in here, but from here all the way down, which the gear shift's underneath this, because we'll get to that here in a minute, but there's the gear shift and the ignition stuff. I put all new wiring, as you see here. Rewired the whole entire boat. That was my first thing. And that went pretty smooth. Got that fixed, and she turned over really good. Well, the next thing happened was I couldn't get it to take gas. Well, I finally got it started. It actually ran good, and it was set there and idle and everything. So I had that conquered. Well, then I got looking, and the steering cable was broke. So I ordered a new steering cable for it, and got that installed. Even had to put a new helm in underneath there. That's all new. So I got that all taken care of. So we got steering. Well, now the boat was running. Had steering and everything. So I planned a camping trip. And so took it down to the campground. Well, before I pulled out that day, this tire here, I went to add air to it. Well, the valve stem it kept leaking inside the core. So I changed it. I put a new one in. It leaked. I couldn't get it to stop leaking air. So I had to jack it up, and finally it came back out, and it stopped, and it took air. So good deal. Got that fixed. So I headed to the campground. Now, let me back up for a minute. Before I even planned the camping trip, I went through the boat, made sure it was running, idling, everything was good. It would start up, sit here and idle. But the thing was, I couldn't let it idle too much because no water, which I had it in like a big old pan, big bucket. So it got a little bit of water, but still, I didn't want to run it too long. All right. So now I take it camping. And well, I back it in because I was going to dock it. I was going to put it out there and just dock it. That way I could just go to the campground back and forth. Put it in the water. Went to start it. Nothing. Nothing at all. Then, finally, it would start, but it would die. Start and die. Start and die. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I'm probably missing a lot of stuff, guys. I probably am. There's been so much of this whole thing. So, needless to say, I brought it back home. Now, this is where it gets a little weird. Well, as soon as I got home, I took the carburetor off. And on the bowl, the needle was stuck. It hadn't had gasoline in the bowl for probably, gosh, it's hard to tell how long. Because it was all dirty down in there. It had corrosion and everything. So I don't know how it was sitting here, start and running for a little while. I don't understand that. I don't know. Maybe there's something in the motor that gives it a little gas to each cylinder, and it will run for about 40 seconds, 50 seconds to a minute. I don't know. But I got the needle, seat, everything cleaned and working good. Got the bowl where it would fill up. And I brought it over here, and it ran. It really ran good. So I was like, that's great. The carburetor's clean. It was idling. You could use the throttle her way up, bring her back. I was running great. I was like, that is great. I'm ready to hit the water. Well, I was watching a few boating shows on YouTube, and I noticed that all the other guys with boats, they had water coming out of here. And I was already leery about if the impeller was good on this. So I was like, I better check that. And everybody that I watched the video said they need changed because it's more of a maintenance thing. It needs changed at least every 2 years. So I went ahead and, before I even took this off, I went ahead and ordered one. That way when I took it apart, I just put a new one in. And here is the old one. We took it all apart. And this one here, I don't know where the old one is. Oh, here it is. That's what the old impeller looked like. It was all chewed up. So, I got that fixed. Got that put in. And that still looked good. But we changed anyway. But anyway, I got all that fixed. But yes, I got that fixed. And then I was like, alright, I'm getting ready to take. Guess that daggone trains are loud. But anyway, I was like, alright, now I need to take this down and put it in the river and see how good the impeller is going to work and everything. Do another test. That way I could schedule another fishing trip and hopefully get to go. And so I scheduled that for today. Today was the day because I really needed somebody's help when I do this. That's a bad thing. It's hard to do this by yourself. Put the boat in and all kinds of stuff. Man, that train is just blowing it. You all hear that? That's ridiculous. Okay, I think it stopped. But it's really hard for one person. So I scheduled for the day because it was really the only day that I was going to have. It's just going to blow that horn all the way up through here. So we scheduled for the day, me and my dad. And hold on, I'm gonna pause it till this stupid train goes by. It's horn happy. Or I'll just let it go until it goes by. Did it stop doing it? It'll be real loud next blow. It's getting closer. Alright, as soon as I start talking, it'll probably start blowing again. But anyway, today was the day, and we took it out. And, well, my dad was concerned about the tires. He wanted to make sure the tire pressure stuff was good. So, we come over here. We went over there first on the other side and put air in that tire. I think that's what it was. No, he checked the air over there, and it was these are supposed to have 90 pounds, and that one only had 25. So I had walked to the building, and the time I got back, Dad was checking this one, and sure enough, that valve stuck again. We did everything in the world to try to get it fixed. We're going to have to put a new valve in it eventually, but we finally took a little screwdriver and pulled it out and got that. So that tire was good. We got the 90 pounds in it, and that tire was good. So we had to get over here and get the 90 pounds in this one. Well, we hit that one, got 90 pounds in it. Guess what? Valve stem started leaking. For some reason, it wouldn't hold the full pressure. So what we had to do is take the tire off, break it down, put a new valve in it, valve stem. So we got that fixed. That was even before we left today. But we got that all squared away. So now I'm like, all right, I've had this boat all summer, all spring, summer. So I'm ready to take the first ride in it, right? So like, all right, let's get down to the river. Let's get her done. Okay, the whole boat was ready to rock. See, everything was doing good. Friday I started up. I had this big pan of water underneath it. I started up the impeller, pulled a little what water it could up through it, and you just can't. You got to keep your water hose running, and for water bills anymore around here, you can't just let water run like that. So, but for about a minute, it ran good. Everything idled. I turned it off, started it back up. Started right up, and ready to roll. Everything was doing good. So, after we got the tires fixed today, we started heading down to the river. We had a good little ride down there, back the boat down into the river. And I was sitting right here. And the only bad thing is I am going to have to order a carburetor because somebody broke the choke off this thing. And it just stinks because there's no way fixing it. You just got to change the carburetor. I haven't looked yet. I hope maybe I can order just a plastic piece for the choke. I'm not for sure. But anyway, I have to use a screwdriver to choke it. And that's what I was getting ready to do, which ain't no big thing. You just got to sit here and push that over and choke it and turn the key about 2 times and throttle her up. And it fires up real easy. So I reach back here. The key's usually right here. I just don't have it mounted right now. So I reach back here, hit the key. Guess what, guys? Nothing. Absolute nothing at all. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. If it was sitting here in the yard, if we did not go today down there to the river, it would just be starting and starting and starting. Talking about disappointment, man. I couldn't believe it. And I was like, man, there's something just does not want me to use this boat. And I know it sounds crazy, but you have to be the owner of it and see what I've been going through. So we get home, I eat my dinner, and I come back out here and I'm like, I'm going to see what in the world's going on. There should have been nothing wrong with the electrical system. And I thought, well, the solenoid went bad. So I yanked that solenoid off, tested it, good. So I started checking continuity. Everything was good. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, well, then the neutral switch is bad. That's the only thing it could be. It's bad. So I came up here. That's when I took this apart. I checked the neutral switch right here, and I was getting some odd readings. So I just went ahead, unsoldered, and I soldered everything back again, real nice and neat. And then I started checking everything again. I was still getting odd voltages there, but I don't really think it was caught. It was on the solenoid has two poles. One is for the ignition, and then sometimes you have another standalone for other things that a motor does. And I think that's what it was. It was that one that I really didn't need. The wire I was testing. It just had weird readings. But anyway, I was like, all right. I'm going to start getting I'm going to get the multimeter, and I am going to check every checklist on the list. Everything on the list from when it goes from the motor all the way through to the ignition. I started testing every step, like the power coming to the switch, and then when you turn the switch, it would hit the neutral switch on this side, and then if it was in neutral, this is open, so this should have 12 volts, and then this comes up here and runs back through and hits the solenoid. Every bit of that had 12 volts, 12.7 volts. So I guess whatever ghost or whatever, the dead owner owned this boat before me, whoever it was, I guess they thought, well, he's on to me now. Everything he sees, everything's testing, so there ain't nothing I can do. I gotta let it run, because that's exactly what it did, guys. I hit the key. She spun over, and I had no idea why. I was just testing the voltages. All the voltages were correct, but it wasn't still working till that very last second, and she'll spin over right now if I hook the battery up. So what do you guys think? Have any of you all ever experienced anything like this? Have you ever bought anything and it just felt haunted, and like it just seems like it just works against you? And I'm sure, guys, I'm missing some stuff, because it's been every corner I've turned on this thing, it's been something. Even my little troll motor in here that worked here at home, when I got it down to the lake, I don't know where it's at, but anyway, when I got it down to the lake, it didn't want to work either. So I just don't know. It makes you just want to give up and sell it. As right now, it should be ready to hit the river or the lake or whatever. It's ready. It's got the impellers working, so the motor should stay cool. The motor, the carburetor's nice and clean. She purrs like a kitten. That was the thing. Today was the day that it should have really ran good, and it didn't. I went to hit the switch and nothing, and that's where they're crazy. That's where that was the beginning, of the wiring. That's why I started the whole project, was the wiring, and it just felt like a big slap in the face, because it's like starting all over again. But I don't know. It's just one of them things, and it's almost getting too. Well, we still got some time to fish, but it's getting late in the season. I was thinking about getting these old boats and working on them and flipping them, but I see right now that ain't gonna happen. There's just too much with these things, and they're just aggravating. And then the other aggravating, you got all these brand new boats down there. When I was trying to get this going today, they pull in and they slide right off the trailer and off they go. And it's just aggravating, man. All it has to do is run. It's got new, everything's new. All new wiring. You know, the impeller's new. The carburetor ain't new, but it's clean like you wouldn't believe. And I don't know. Frustrating, guys. But I thought I'd just tell you this little story. And I swear, I think it's paranormal. I think it's the guy who died that owned this back a long time ago. I think he just don't want nobody using his boat. There's nothing else I can say. Because I know it sounds crazy, but if you was here with me and went through this whole adventure, you would be saying it too. Even my parents are like, there is something going on with that thing. Something not right. I mean, it's like Herbie. Like today, just the air started, and I'm like, kidding you, the air was just coming out of the tires, like, and it has sat here for months. Didn't go low or nothing, but getting ready to go, and tires go out, won't start, and I still can't. I don't know what was wrong with it. I just freshened up the wiring. That's it. There was nothing wrong with it because I checked all voltages and everything before I even freshened up that wiring. I did nothing different. There was nothing broke. Aggravating, guys. Looks like our neighbors here. Alright, guys. I hope you all had a better weekend than I did. Alright. You all have a great Monday morning. Monday. Hope everybody's doing good and everybody's doing fine and everything's been going your all's way. Until the next one, guys. I'll see you right here at Redneck Ways. Bye, guys.